What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a new video, and today there's something I want to talk about. The topic right now everybody in Grow Garden is talking about is trading. And I thought in the last update we were going to get a trading system, but obviously we never got it. A lot of people thought we were going to get a trading system because pet gifting was turned off for a week. And I'm going to be honest, that week on Grow Garden was the worst week I've ever had. Because on my other account, I had my raccoons, my dragonflies, and a bunch of other pets I couldn't use. But the good thing was on my main account, I did have the butterfly, chicken zombie, disco bee, and so on. So I guess in the end it wasn't that bad, but hopefully it doesn't happen again. Now before I talk about this trading concept I saw online, check this out. When I woke up this morning, I got a notification on my phone about something in Grow Garden. And then when I clicked the link, I saw this, a dragonfly. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. They got a dragonfly from a bug egg. That's really nice. But then I realized after my days ran out and I could see it clearly, I noticed it was a massive dragonfly. And I was like, yo, there is no way that is so rare. Like a regular dragonfly is really rare. Imagine a mega one. Like for me, I have 4 dragonflies, but I've hatched hundreds of bug eggs. I'm pretty sure one of my accounts I still have 15 bug eggs. I mean, it could be more, but right now I'm trying to hatch primal eggs for the new pets. But now let's talk about trading, because in the future of Grow Garden, it could be really important. And this right here is a trading concept I saw online that could help you trade pets way easier. And I mean, it's a pretty standard trading system. You trade something for something in return. And at the bottom, you have the accept and decline, but there's an issue with this. I don't really think it's a good idea to be able to trade seeds in the future of Grow Garden. But I mean, at the same time, I really don't mind it, but I feel like a lot of people would not like that, because the minute you could trade a seed for something else is going to lose a lot of value. But at the same time, let's say for example you have a candy blossom seed. If you were able to trade that one seed, you could probably get a raccoon or dragonfly for it. Maybe even something more rare like a disco bee or butterfly. But then again, keep in mind people might try to duplicate it, and I think that might be possible if they put it in a trading system. But in this screenshot, they're trading 2 seeds for 1 cooked owl. And to be honest, I have no idea which seeds those are. Could those be celeste berries? I don't think they are, right? And obviously the trade went through and the seeds on top of the cooked owl confirmed. But now I think if they make a trading system, there has to be like some verification on it. So let's say for example you guys both hit accept, right, to continue the trade. I think a second window should appear that tells you, are you sure you want to trade this? Because I feel like even with a trading system, you still could get scammed at the end of the day. Because if you really think about it, as time passes, Grow Garden is going to have way more seeds in the future. And when they eventually add more seeds in the future, they might look very similar to each other. And at that point, when that happens, it's going to be a really big problem for the community. So let's say for example, I'm trading a honeysuckle seed for a raccoon. In the first window, it should be the honeysuckle seed and the raccoon. And then once you both hit accept, it should pull up another window. And on that second window, it should probably say, are you sure you want to trade this? And right below that, it should say the names of the actual seeds and pets you're using. So instead of a picture of the honeysuckle and the raccoons, it should say the names instead. So you can clearly see what you're trading for. And then on that window, you got to hit accept again on both sides. Because if it doesn't say the name of the seed, you might get scammed in the future. And every time somebody pulls out a seed or whatever they're trading for, there should be like a warning on the screen that tells you this person just removed something from the trading. Because let's say for example, they put a candy blossom seed, right? And you want that. But then you have to remember there might be another seed in the game that looks very similar to it. But the difference is that seed that looks similar to the candy blossom is really cheap. So what they could do is put the candy blossom in the trade and then take it out and put that cheap one in. And just like that, you might get scammed for whatever pet you were giving for it. But that is just one example on how you could get scammed. You could get scammed many other ways through trading. And I feel like the best way to combat this is by having a bunch of different warnings on the screen. But then again, it is Roblox, so I'm not sure if they could do that. Also, in the trading system, they could give you the ability to borrow pets. I've actually played some games outside of Roblox that made this possible. And basically in those games, say for example, you have shoes, right? And these shoes have the ability to make you run way faster. Instead of you saying, here, borrow my shoes and give it back to me later, you could put it in the trading system and set it to borrow with a time limit. And I'm pretty sure the longest you could borrow something in those games was 24 hours. So it's not going to be longer than 1 day, but you could make it longer than 1 day by trading it constantly. But I feel like adding this to the trading system might make it a little bit more complicated. And I also feel like they might find some bugs with it, so I don't know about doing this. But I think if they make it possible, it'd be a really cool feature. I mean, look at this. If you tell your friend, could I borrow your raccoon for like 5 hours? They'll say, sure, here you go. And then once those 5 hours are done, it'll go back to your friend instantly. And I feel like it would make pet trading so much more smoother, but of course people might abuse this. And now that I think about it, what about those pets that got duplicated? Like what if in the future Grow Garden deletes all those pets and they just leave your inventory? I feel like that would be kind of messed up, but you know what? It might happen in the future. And now that I think about it, what about those fruits that cost like trillions of shekels? And you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, the honeysuckle that's worth 744 trillion shekels. And I actually have a photo about it, and it's kind of crazy to see every single time. Here, look, I'll read it out for you. It's worth 744,242,461,459,485 shekels. And I'm pretty sure because of raccoons, a lot of people have these fruits. Now, I'm gonna be honest, if I was trading something, I wouldn't trade my pets for this fruit because I'm pretty sure I read somewhere they're gonna try to nerf it. So if you don't sell it as soon as possible, they're just gonna nerf it to like a really low price. And basically when you log in, it's not gonna say 744 trillion shekels. It might say 1 trillion. And to be honest, even then, that is still a lot of money. Look, all I'm saying is make sure everything you receive is actually legit because you don't want to hop on Grow Garden one day and all your pets and shekels are all gone. And you have to remember the entire reason why we want a trading system is to prevent scamming, because scamming right now is actually pretty crazy. And I'm pretty sure you're not going to get banned if you have that honeysuckle that's worth 744 trillion. It just wouldn't make sense to ban the person that has it because what if they didn't know? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that play Grow Garden that's never been in the Grow Garden Discord. So if there's currently a bug or a glitch, they might not know about it. Actually, if you ever been scammed, let me know down below because I want to know what happened. Because I feel like for me, I wouldn't really get scammed that much because I get most of the pets myself. Or sometimes I'll see in the community posts anybody trading a certain pet. But most of the time when I get a pet, I give it right back after I finish using it. And plus, what's the point of scamming? You lose the trust of other people. Like if there's a player with a bunch of rare pets and they always let you borrow them, why would you scam them? The minute you scam them, they'll never trade you again and never trade with anybody else. So basically don't ruin it, and once you're done with it, give it back. Oh, and that's right, make sure you guys tell me exactly how you feel about a trading system. Like, do you guys think it might make the game better or is pet gifting still better? Because I feel like a trading system might solve a lot of problems in the game. However, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of bugs in the game as well. So before they publish trading in the game, they really gotta polish it up, because if they don't do it correctly, there might be a chance they're gonna duplicate more pets. And if that happens again, they're gonna disable trading and pet gifting at the same time. And I feel like this time is not gonna be for 1 week, it might be for like a month. And you never know, they could get tired of it and just disable it forever. But then again, if they disable it forever, they're gonna have to give us a way to get even more eggs. So maybe every single time you earn an egg, they might give you like 3 instead of 1. Because I think that's the only fair way of the disable pet gifting. Oh, and one more thing, how do you guys feel about trading seeds? I think the only bad thing about trading seeds is the value that goes away. Because once you trade seeds, it might not be exclusive anymore. And I know I say this a lot, but they might duplicate those seeds, making it even more common. And if they actually do that, for example, let's say the candy blossom was common, all the value would go down so fast. And this would hurt the entire economy of Grow Garden overnight. So if they do this trading system, they really got to think about this thoroughly. But yeah, I think that's all I got for today. Let me know what you guys think, but for the most part, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.